Hello. I'm just that funny. Today's going to be a very exciting day because today I am going to Nissan Waltham Abbey.
Bye!
And you're going to work.
Yeah. Bye, Jasper.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
And I'm going to be test driving the 30 kilowatt hour Nissan LEAF.
Yes.
I hope they've got a black one for me. What do you reckon, Jasper? Are they going to have a black 30 kilowatt LEAF?
Grey one.
We've got to get you to preschool now. Let's go. Let's get cracking. So the reason why I'm so excited about the Nissan LEAF is because it was the first car that I really loved. I never expected to get one. It wasn't for environmental reasons or anything like that. I just really enjoyed the way it drove. Obviously, I've been driving a Tesla now for a little while, so I'm quite used to that. So there will be an inevitable comparison between the two. Okay, Jasper said he thought the LEAF would be a grey one. I have a feeling he might be right. One thing's for sure, I'm going to say a big thank you to Glyn Hopkins in Waltham Abbey for letting me borrow one of their cars for the day. Righty, let's test drive. Let's do this. But first things first, the seat is way too high, so we just lower that down a bit. Mirrors. Yep, good, good, good. Did they 100% charge it? That's the next question. Okay, that noise, we've got to change that. Oh my word. 84% charged. Ah, close enough. Let's hit the road. Oh, this is so exciting. I'm like literally really excited. Got the around view cameras. I love that. Nice comfortable seats. Brilliant. Right, we're gonna head on up the M11, I think, and see if we can find a quick charger sort of in that vicinity. Right, I've put it in braking mode because if you've just got it in drive, then it's like a kind of a low regen setting. Steps off the line nice and smartly.
In about 400 yards, there is a roundabout. Take the first exit.
Okay, that woman's going to get annoying. How do I get rid of her? Something that actually really stands out to me just at this exact point in time, it is a much higher driving position than in my Tesla. And that is something that I actually quite like. I think also they've reworked the gearing. I remember my old car being a little bit quicker off the mark, sort of that 0 to 20. Well, I've been driving this for about 5 miles now, and I can tell you with absolute certainty already that if for some reason I couldn't drive my Tesla, I would drive this. So I can also say that not a huge amount has changed so far. Oh, except actually that's not true, something has changed. I've got the aircon on. In my old car, I think the aircon went on like twice in the whole time that I had it. Okay, the guessometer is definitely saying a percent per mile. I'm actually driving a little bit faster than I normally do, and I'm not quite sure why that is. Pull the speed back to a solid 60. 60 is a good speed for cruising around the place. Okay, I'm now cruising around the place at 70. That's gonna hurt more. I desperately need a coffee though. Don't know if I'll make it to the Cambridge services. They've definitely dramatically improved that guessometer, which is good, because in my car, it was shockingly inaccurate. So here we are at Cambridge services, which I think will be our destination for the day. Now, finally, at long last, it is time for coffee. Coffee and quick charging. Two of my favourite things. Ooh, hello. Park. Foot brake. Ooh. Right, I've got to remember to lock it as well. It's get it plugged in. Another thing I have to remember is to turn the car off. Easier than using an adapter, that's for sure. And we're in business. Forgot to lock it. Let's have a look how we're doing. Oh yeah, we're getting there all right. That is so much better. Let's have a quick look in the boot. Not a bad sized boot. It's nice and spacious in the back. Headroom is pretty good. I'm 6'2", so yeah, nice. And it's got rear heated seats and a heated steering wheel. That's not bad for half an hour. And I reckon if I'd been a little bit lower on charge when I pulled in, I'd have got the full 20 kilowatts for £6 worth. But whole nother subject, we won't go there today. Right, let's get cracking. I used to have no noise when I turned it on. That's what I liked. And that's what I would do as well if I was going to be in this car for any length of time. Try and take in some slightly more city-ish roads at some point on the way back. Right, so the guessometer is saying I can do 136 miles now. Wow. Was there for half an hour and it took me from 37% to 98%. Certainly it would make driving across the country a doable proposition. Not that it wasn't before in the 24 kilowatt hour Leaf, it was just a little bit more at the whim of whether the chargers worked or not. Okay, I'm heading back now, so I feel like it is probably time for a pros and cons roundup. We will start with the cons. It does go through the battery fairly quickly when you are on a motorway doing a sensible speed. Okay, the next con. Okay, I'm struggling for the money. It feels pretty good inside. Okay, no, that's not a con. Well, versus a Tesla, you've got a lot of things to remember when you start up and when you leave, you know, handbrakes, turning the thing on, locking the door, which for most people who come from a petrol car or a diesel car, those will be things they remember to do anyway. So what else have we got? I'll get back to you. The battery doesn't have a thermal management system. If you're in a hot climate, or if it's the middle of summer on that one random week when the UK is actually reasonably warm, then you're gonna have to watch it if you quick charge time after time after time. What else? Sound system seems good. Damn it, that's not a con either, is it? Ah, yes. Two more little things. The 0 to 30 acceleration has been somewhat neutered. And also, although it's got the same regenerative braking as the original Leaf, as far as I can tell, it's still a bit weak in my opinion. It's not, you know, it's not going to be true one pedal driving with this car. Okay, that's it for the cons. Let's talk about the positive things. Well, it's a nice high driving position. I like that. It's actually very quiet. I would say less road noise than the Tesla, and probably less wind noise as well, which is fantastic. Feels well put together. I like the wheels as well on the Tecna. They're good. You can get a solid 100 miles out of it. There's quite a reasonable amount of space in the back, especially now that they've got rid of that sort of humpy bit that the old Gen 1 Leaf had that took up a load of room. I always liked the steering in the Nissan Leaf, and I still do. It's great that it's got a heated steering wheel and heated seats all round. That is really, really handy. This one should be obvious. It's extremely comfortable just motoring down the motorway. Another massive plus, and I think this is specific to the Tecna model, the top of the range one, the around view cameras, brilliant. Oh, I love them. I wish Tesla had put something like that in, I really do. Also, another thing that I would consider to be a plus, I like having the charge port at the front of the car. I've decided I am going to do a little bit of more urban driving in this car, just to prove that it isn't just a solid motorway cruiser. I'm going to go to the PC World in Enfield. Quick range update. So far, with a quick charge in the middle, I have used 92% worth of battery, and for that 92% worth of battery I have covered 102 miles on the motorway at speeds varying from 60 to 70-ish.
150 yards, speed camera.
Oh, that is definitely something that Tesla should put in. So, city driving, darting in and out of traffic, this car's brilliant. See that? Around view. Fantastically useful. You can actually see the parking space that I've just parked in. Okay, I think I've decided this Nikon is a better bet than the Lumix. That was the Lumix I was looking at before, GF7, but I think this Nikon could be the puppy. Yes. Well, at least this one is returnable as well, and I like the sound of this camera. I think it's a better one than the Lumix that I tried before. Home sweet Nissan home. Also just want to say, I really like the looks of the Nissan LEAF. I know it's sort of a bit divisive, is probably the best way of putting it, but especially at the front, I think it's quite cool.
Hi, you alright?
Thank you very much.
All done?
Yes, brilliant. Right, I'm heading back to pick up Jasper now. Now I hope you've all enjoyed today's vlog post. If you have, remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video. And I will see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily vlog. Bye! Hello Nikon camera. So, is this going to be my new mobile vlogging camera?